And we're back live. Welcome back. We've got the girls just starting their first end, and we've got a game against Northern Gateway versus Sandbelt. We'll run through the teams in a minute. We're just watching the girls just put their first couple of bowls down, as you can see.
Yeah, no roll up here, Gus.
Straight in.
So they're straight into it.
Yep.
Bit of a challenge if they've come off the grass.
Yeah, that's right. Just working out whose bowls are whose. Just going to put a jumper on. It's got to be cool here, mate.
It has. I've got a jumper on. That was Wilma Stevenson. We've got Sophie Kruzman on the mat now. Just a little bit through.
Wilma puts her last bowl down. Just a little bit, good line, just a little bit overweight, just tickles into the ditch. But she drew a shot with her first one, didn't she? So the girls will have to find their feet on the new green. Everyone's moved greens. They probably came off the grass, so they're going to be finding their ways. Michaela Long skipping there for Northern Gateway. Just not reaching with that bowl. Michaela plays at Whittlesea.
That's right, I think I saw her in the final against Richmond, Gus.
Yep.
Playing 3.
Yep. Yeah, very accomplished bowler, Father Wayne Long. Very good bowler. Spends a lot of time devoted to making sure Michaela turns out to be twice the bowler he is, I'm sure. And he was a good bowler, and he still is. I think he leads in that same side.
Looks like a great bowl here from Kelly, straight up.
Carla watching this bowl, looking to get down. She's just got to pull up here, and it's a good bowl. She's
good start.
Got the boss, I think. I think that's enough. 2. Wilma puts her hand up. To Kelly, still.
Wilma likes it. She's clapping.
Yeah, it's just got to turn now. Here it comes, and she's willing it to turn. It didn't turn and falls out. That's terrible. Yep. Shaking her head. I can understand that. But things happen.
So you think Wilma's got it here, Gus?
Well, Wilma...
The purple bowl?
Yeah, I think she put 2 fingers up.
Oh, I don't think she's got 2.
I think the blue went through further than we thought.
Well, the purple's been taken out, so it's 1 to Sandbelt at the moment. Just 1.
And we're away. Yes, Kelly really liked that bowl, and Wilma liked it. But the green didn't like it, it seems.
Yeah, it didn't fall the way that she wanted it.
No, Kelly's very unflappable. She wasn't angry. She just was a bit amused. And she looked across at us.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a look of disappointment.
It
thinking
was. Matt up here. And Irene Attard to lead off.
Yep, I think this is Irene's first appearance in region sides.
It's always nice to get your first one, and she's not disappointing. That's a good start.
Irene used to play for City of Melbourne and then moved to Clayton this year, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Sometimes, and City of Melbourne's been going along very, very good, but they're starting to produce some good bowls, especially some very good lady bowlers. Women are coming out of there, and
yeah, their Div 4 team is very strong.
Yeah. They start to get on the radar, and then clubs start to notice them, and then start to try and take their players from them. You know.
Hopefully not.
You have a nursery of players, a bit like you guys at Hawthorn, and then you build them up, and they become good, and then the big clubs come along and say, "Hey,
and swoop on them.
Come and play for us." She's got another good bowl.
Yeah, good correction there, Irene.
Yeah. Good starts by both Jordan and Irene there.
So Jordan Burley?
Yep.
Where's Jordan from, Gus?
I'm not sure. I should know. Because of our technical difficulties, and we ran a bit over time, I didn't quite get a chance to get to chat to the girls.
Yep.
But you can, if you're interested, get on the portal, and if you can let us know, or you bowl at Jordan's club, let us know.
Yeah, get on the socials.
Give us some info, because we've got a lot of players that we've got to get through here and research, and we just ran out of time. Kaz Rothwell, she's on the board of Bowls Vic. I won't say I believe, because I do know that.
Yes, she is. Kaz.
She's a dynamic woman, and she can bowl.
I've played against Kaz numerous times, and yeah, when Kaz gets her eye in,
watch out.
She can be hard to beat.
I actually bowled directly against her when we played Clayton this year.
Oh, right.
Now, she was keeping score of her bowls. Now, I didn't. I asked her at the end of the game, how did I bowl? And she said, I wasn't counting your bowls, Gus. Fair enough.
So she was marking her own bowls, Gus?
Marking her own bowls, yeah. Yep. Some players do that just to keep them... they've got a bit of a record about how they went.
Yep. It's a good bowl here.
Yeah, very good. Lovely weight. That's just perfect.
And we've got Emily Davies.
Now...
another under 18 that I've coached.
She's at
Glenroy, I'm pretty sure.
What colour are those bowls? Black, pink?
Yes.
So is she part of the Davies family?
Correct.
She's the sister.
Sister of Jared.
Jared, and his brother he's got a brother,
yes.
there as well. I can never tell them apart. I'm pretty sure, are they twins?
I don't think so.
They both played Glenroy. Glenroy, very strong club. Trying to get through. They got knocked out of finals, I think, early again this year. They'll be disappointed. They have a fantastic talent pool of youth there, led by John McCarran out there.
And we've got Sophie Kruzman, who's just put her ball down.
Got a fair effort.
Yep.
Very close.
I think she's with Sunbury.
Sunbury.
Yep.
Now, Sunbury's another one with a fantastic contingent of youth. Very strong girls' side.
Sophie was another one in that school's team that I coached.
Now, would there be any girls from Melton here? Because they're another one with a big contingent of
Now, I think Sophie was at Melton.
Right.
Has now gone to Sunbury.
Okay.
And I think there's another bowler, Akasha, on the next rink.
Yep.
I've gone to Sunbury.
Have watched them bowl, and I wouldn't back myself against any of them, because they bowl with such youth and exuberance. Again, that no fear factor, and they love their game. Obviously been well coached by people like yourself.
Oh, yeah,
well mentored. Michaela's jogging down the green. Maybe she thinks 2 hours might go. We just got to change the names. We've left West Coast and Geelong. It's Northern Gateway versus Sandbelt, of course. Very colourful, nice shirts and colour being shown across the greens here. Lots of blues and yellows and greens, and a lot of thought gone into that. Kelly's going down for a little look. And that's all right. She's put her first bowl down, so she's probably allowed to come down and have a look for her last one. There's because they're time games, there's a bit of etiquette about taking up time and making sure that they should get through the games. I think everyone got through their first 2-hour games well within time, so there's not a problem with that, but time is an issue. Kelly's had a look and she's come back to play her bowl. What's she going to do with it? Just pretty close to where she wanted to be. She gets a clap from Wilma. A little positional bowl there. If the kitty gets moved back, it's another catcher. Michaela, beautiful delivery. Won the Vic Open singles last time it was played. Is that right?
I'm not going to go with that. I'm not quite sure, Gus.
Yep. I'm fairly sure she won that. Has been bowling for a long time. Must be pretty close, mate. You're looking at that bowl of Kaz's at the back there, that grey one.
Yep.
It looks like it might be touching that. Wilma didn't like the
no, she didn't like
the measuring. She goes, I'm going to show you how to measure. These young kids, they think they know everything, and Wilma's going to get down and show them a thing or two here. And Sophie's watching because she might learn a thing or two. We're always learning, aren't we? She's given that a nice firm touch on that bowl. She's now,
umpire?
they're going to call an umpire. Okay.
Now, there's one on the cloth there. That wasn't in the count at all, Gus?
They usually do that. Yeah. So that's that.
I've got to fess up here. I was fixing up the signs and I didn't watch a lot of that.
Sandbelt bowl. It's Irene Eddards, I think. Oh, there's that's Michaela's. That's a light blue one, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've got pink stickers. So each region have got their own stickers.
So they've pulled out. No. They've just taken that out of the way because it's not. So I would say that that's Michaela's bowl. So they're measuring for 2 here, and it's between Cass's bowl at the back, that blacky grey one, and they've chocked that, as you can see. The viewers, if you haven't been a favourite with bowls, they chock the bowl so they won't fall over when they're measuring. So they stand as it lies. And you see a lot of interesting contraptions being brought out on bowls. If you stand beside the green, you'll see a box full of lots of measuring implements. So these umpires, this is John Roberts, is it?
No, this is Bob Carlson.
Oh, it's Bob, sorry. They are here day in, day out, the unsung heroes of the game.
Yep.
I watched them at the Premier League. I was just hoping that someone would call them out, and they never seem to call them out, those boys, do they?
No, well, I was going to mention that before. The younger bowlers, they tend to read the head very quickly and make a decision. So I think Wilma's not falling for that.
No. They rolled, the pink bowl was rolled out. It's 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that start. So
yeah, so there was
sure
one on
whether
that.
it's a one or a
One
two.
was on brought out, and that was Michaela's, and Michaela's second bowl was brought out. So that's a good start there. Electing to go long to this end that we feel is slightly needs a little bit of more of a push. Let's see if the girls get up. No problem for the girls to get up. See, the boys took a while to learn, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the girls are onto it straight away. And better there than short, I'm telling you. Well done, Jordan. Irene's just going to err on the side of making sure she's there.
Yep.
And she has. Now let's see the adjustment. Let's watch the adjustment. She's got a nice relaxed stance. Releases the bowl beautifully. And watches the bowl to its point, because you never turn your back on a bowl, even if it is short, like this one. And she's stepping back going, sorry.
Well, at least you tried to correct it.
Absolutely. She did try and take weight, and that was the name. They do say that be through with your first and correct off with your next. It's easier to take off weight than it is to add it, apparently. That's what I was always told many years ago.
Well, it's always good to put that first one mat through and then make that slight adjustment, but she's just
she's
a bit
corrected
more
pretty
of an
well
adjustment.
here.
Irene's made a good adjustment,
Yeah,
though.
excellent. Emily, lovely delivery. It's like, I call it shoot bowling. It's just out the shoot. Same every time. I just don't know what it is. It's pink and black, isn't it?
Yep.
They're much more stylish, the girls, their bowls, their colours and their shoes. And I mean, the boys come out with just a whole whatever. But now these girls have got a nice hue of colours, pinks and blues, and shades of violet. I'm sure there's other names for...
But like the men, they are falling short this end.
Yeah.
Did we get clarification on that last end? Was it a 1 or a 2, Gus? Scoreboards are not telling us.
I thought it was 2. They pulled the two pink out. The 2 Michaela bowls. We'll wait and see. We'll get clarification very soon.
We might go through some round 1 scores, Gus. What do you reckon?
Yep. I know we mentioned earlier Metro West men got up.
Yes.
They won their first, and the Metro girls went down.
So just to let everyone know, if you jump on the Bowls Now app, you can get access to all the results. So if you click on the results and then go to Bowls Victoria, you'll see all the results and teams from this weekend. We'll start with the men's side, Section A. Round 1 we had Murray Malley defeated. Were beaten by Strzelecki.
Right, good win for Strzelecki.
Yeah, 43 to 25. Good solid start.
Who's in Murray Malley? Just give me a snapshot. Like just the clubs and area. That's...
Well, that would be Josh Thornton's.
Joshy's.
Yeah.
And we did say Joshy wasn't looking happy, didn't we?
We did say that. I wonder what Josh's score was. Yeah, not 3 to 20. Josh wouldn't be too happy with that one.
Might have been the rank he was on that he wasn't.
Right. I'm not going to go there.
No. Early days, as we say.
Mornington Peninsula were defeated by Northern Gateway. That was a great start for Northern Gateway. 24 to 50.
Yes, and there was one big rink win in that one we were saying.
Did we want to have a look at that?
Yeah, it's always interesting to see. It was on the grass.
It was on the grass.
So maybe Mornington came from on a synthetic or whatever.
28-1 it was.
So they did score. They were 27-0. Yeah, so yeah. So that's that can happen.
Metro West defeated Sandbelt 35-27.
So that's a good win.
Yep.
Sandbelt's got Ali and that in it. So
they do.
Yeah, good, strong team.
And we obviously live streamed the West Coast Geelong, so Geelong got up. We'll go to the women's. Oh no, actually go to Section B, Gus.
Yeah, McCullough's just drawn second shot here. That's a good bowl to add. Skipper's adding, I like. Kelly's going to have to get one close. She's watching this intently. She did have one that didn't turn for her in the last end, remember? Will this turn? I hope it turns for her. No, she gave it a chance. It just a little bit overweight. And she's like, but she's erring on the right side. We've got to be there. Michaela sort of give it a bit of a grimace. I like watching players' reactions because they know.
Yeah, they do.
So she's come down as someone just stands in front of the camera and has been pushed away. She grimaced because she was short and she knew. Now, let's watch Kelly make her adjustment. She is an outstanding lady bowler. It's outstanding bowler, full stop. She can mix it, plays Premier League for Clayton. Oh. You see, she's thinking, I don't want to be out there, and she tightened it up, and what did it do? I couldn't read her lips what she said there. So that's 4-1 now. So they did get a 2 on that other end.
Yeah, they did. Do you want some more scores, Gus?
Yes, please.
Eastern Rangers were defeated by Ovens and Murray, 29-31.
That's tight. That's tight.
Yes.
That's tight.
Eastern Rangers won the title last year.
Yeah.
So that's a great win to Ovens and Murray.
Where's Ovens and Murray are up around, where are they? They're
sort of up near Josh's Way, I think.
Yeah.
Murray Mallee sort of region.
I know the Ovens and Murray Footy League. It's a very strong comp.
Yarra defeated Goulburn Murray.
What did Yarra win by?
22. No, 20. No, 22.
Strong. They've got a very... I sort of think they're one of the favourites.
We don't want to say that, do we?
No. Being an ex-Yarra boy, but I'd have to just look at the teams and put my commentator's hat on.
Yeah.
That's unbiased. I do know a lot of the boys. But they have picked a strong team. And when I say that, I mean you can only pick what's available. And, you know, a lot of people are busy. Good start coming up here for Irene again. She's had a solid start. She'll be happy with that, as you said.
Yeah.
First time in.
First time in the side.
She's contributing.
Definitely.
She's going to make Jordan work.
Jordan doesn't like it.
Yeah. She just knew it was heavy out of the hand, didn't she? It's not much. Like that weight to Irene's bowl is a good bowl. She's just outside that.
Bendigo defeated Gippsland 42-21. And still waiting on results from Wimmera and Ballarat.
How did my mate, who was playing out there at Gippsland, you got the teams there for Gippsland?
I do have the teams for Gippsland. Who are you looking for, Gus?
Wayne Parksy. Oh, he wasn't. Was he? Yeah, he was skipping. See there?
No, I can't see him there.
Park's there, not there. Okay. So he's down from Inverloch, so that's down Gippsland, isn't it?
We'll go through the women's side.
I don't think Wayne was in that one.
No.
I don't get the feeling there's a lot of rivalry here. Everyone wants to win, but there's more of a carnival atmosphere here today. You know, everyone's here up in the beautiful Northern Victorian River District. Beats working, doesn't it?
Definitely.
It is Friday, isn't it?
It is Friday, Gus. So in the women's section A, Murray Mallee were defeated by Strzelecki. Mornington Peninsula were defeated by Northern Gateway. Metro West were defeated by Sandbelt.
Right.
And West Coast were defeated by Geelong.
Okay. Well, there'd be a bit of rivalry there, wouldn't there?
Yep.
Maybe where's Strzelecki?
Oh, you're testing me here, Gus.
Is that the Strzelecki Rangers? That'd be up
so.
east of Bendigo, maybe, or out that way. This is where I need my dad. He knew all this stuff.
Eastern Rangers were defeated by Ovens and Murray in the women's. Yarra defeated Goulburn Murray.
Okay.
Bendigo defeated Gippsland. And Wimmera defeated Ballarat.
Okay. Wow. And a lot of close games.
Yep.
As Sophie puts down her second bowl, and she's looking to try and draw third
Kayla
shot.
likes it.
That's third shot. Now, Wilma's going to follow her down. I think she's decided that's a good hand. Kaz played the other hand to try and land on the bowl, and she didn't get there. This is tight. But weight could be a problem as well. Okay. Sophie sort of smiled and thought, relief. Because Wilma's pretty cagey. She's going to, slip one in there. So she's got the lead off this time. So Makeda will, I guess she'll just try and add. She might try and tuck this in a little bit. She'll be trying just to change the look of this, because at the minute, for Kelly to come in and just land on those bowls, and she's drawn another shot. She nearly got the kitty. She's drawn a fourth shot, but there are a wall of bowls to sit on for Kelly McKinnon. And she looks like she means business today. Canadian origin. Lucky to get her to Australia many years ago. And of course, she's the partner of Ali Forsyth, so they make a fairly formidable team. So if you're playing mixed against them, you'd be in trouble, I think.
Yep.
She's taken a really good line here.
She likes it.
Yeah, and if this doesn't come back, then we'll get some looks. But look at this. Wow, what a bowl.
A little bit of a shuffle too.
Well,
she
sort of kind of thought she was due, and she knew she had a good line there, and if that didn't turn, I reckon we may have seen another look.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the look scared me at the start, to be honest. There's a bit of a call on the socials. That's Sandbelt going back to the traditional white with the...
even the white pants.
I know it goes quite well with the green down the bottom.
Yeah, it does. And there was a bit of... I saw some of the boys having a bit of a whinge about it this morning. But I think it looks good. I've got a pair of white shorts in my drawer at home.
Have you?
And I sometimes pull them out for tourneys with my green shirt. Does go well. And yellow.
I would have guessed that most of the players would have to go out and buy those.
Well, I reckon any op shop, you'll find a few. believe it or not, when I started bowls, everyone was wearing white. There's even one guy who used to have the tie and all the stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like what they had in the 50s. Ray, his name was Ray Grove. I still remember his name. An elderly gentleman, and he dressed up to a T, resplendent.
Well, actually, when I first started, Hawthorn was all whites.
Right.
Yeah. I remember my first game, going and getting a pair of grey nickel pants.
Yep. Pleated. You didn't go to Fletcher Jones.
No.
Right. You didn't get a tie fitted out at Fletcher Jones store in.
I did have the old Velcro shoes though. They were second hand when I first started.
Yep.
But we have changed to colour.
Well, I did remember my first time I bowled, and we're all in whites, and and everyone's called. I think I was told this before. Jack and Bill and Ted, and they're all the same. And of course, you get into the clubhouse for afternoon tea, and they've all taken their hats off, and I didn't remember what any of them looked like. And yes, it was interesting introduction.
Yep.
And you do remember how scary it is to go and start something new. And but to any new people out there, don't be afraid. Bowls clubs are very accommodating and friendly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good start there. Good start there by Jordan. Just like that. Now, Irene's starting to zero in her weight. She's got a weight-high bowl there. Let's see if she can correct her line on this one. Gets down beautifully. Holds her beautiful hold of her posture there.
It's a good bowl. What a great bowl by Irene.
Yeah, she's really showing that she's got some class there.
And proving to the selectors that I'm worthy of being in this side. You know?
Just going to be joined by a very special, the man who runs this joint. Liam, how are you?
Very well, Gus.
Afternoon, Liam.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Liam's on the Bowls Victoria board. We've got a great array of people with different knowledge on the board, and Liam brings a really interesting aspect to our Bowls Victoria. Very lucky to have him. He runs a fantastic show up here. How long have you been here, Liam?
This is my 17th year.
17th
in
year.
a variety of different roles. But
and how's your bowls coming along?
It's better than it was, but it's got a fair way to go. No,
Are you better with a couple of beers than you?
I'm definitely more aggressive.
Has Kev taken you out for any lessons yet?
Yeah, no, Kev and Stuart both tried.
Yep.
Stuart and I, we have a Friday night. We have a 10-end challenge every Friday.
Every Friday?
I've got him a couple of times, but no, I've got a bit of work to go.
Does Kevy have to bowl? Is he left or right-handed?
He bowls left-handed against me.
Right.
He generally beats me.
And blindfolded, I hear.
Correct.
That's Kevy Anderson we're talking about. Of course, he's just joined you up here in the last 12 months, hasn't he?
Yeah, so his 12th anniversary last week.
Yep.
Right.
And his fiancée, Cass. Cass has been holding down the fort since we've been at UBC for a week. So they both do a magic job. And then Stuart White, another Scotsman. He's,
yes.
He's on board as well. So the guys have done a really, really good job.
So you're getting all the offshoots from up at Broad Beach. They're training them for you, and then you just bring them down here to the cold weather.
Correct, yeah.
How do they handle that?
This is probably a heat wave for Kev from Scotland, but look, they got through winter okay.
Yeah.
They're a bit lucky, I guess. They get to go up to Aussie Open in.
So you
in
give them a bit
June.
of time off to do a few things?
Yeah, we do. Like we try. Well, obviously, they're both very, very good bowlers, so we want to make sure they can go off and participate. But they also, whenever we need them here, they're all hands on deck, and you'll see them here all weekend and working their backsides off.
Does he? I'm interested. I mean, he's a very accomplished bowler. Does he have a training regime? Have you noticed? Does he sneak out at midnight or something?
Well, not quite midnight. Like he's he probably doesn't bowl. He's not out here every day.
Yep.
But he'll come out and he'll practice these
Certain things.
short and sharp,
Yep.
and practice. once pennant season's in full swing, he's playing plenty of bowls anyway by the time he plays in all these different tournaments and things like that. So he certainly doesn't. He certainly doesn't get out in the greens for hours and hours and hours.
And they don't. I spoke to Matty Lucas a couple of years ago and asked him what he did. And he's just been selected in the Australian team, Commonwealth Games team. And he was a Victorian and went to Queensland. And he said, I come out and practice my weaknesses. I come out for 2 40-minute sessions a day or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm practicing what I'm not good at. Look how that's paid off for him.
Well, and it's funny, we've been lucky enough to have Alex Marshall here for the last 10 weeks or so.
The GOAT, the great Alex Marshall.
Yeah, same between BPL and UBC, and he's the same. He'll come out and he'll bowl for maybe 40 minutes, but he says if I ever get bored, I just walk off. I won't.
Yeah.
I'll come back when
I'm more attuned to what. Now you've had a busy time up here, haven't you?
Yeah.
You just had the BPL.
Yep.
How'd that go?
BPL raging success. So again, our guys in the greens did a massive job getting it organised, and yeah, it was. Apart from probably the last bowl, the thing where we got beaten, we couldn't have gone any smoother, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, you can't have the home team win it all the time. That'd look a bit sus, wouldn't it?
Just they were close, weren't they?
Oh, I'd tell you what, it's the second year in a row the finals come down to the last bowl, which is brilliant.
Yep.
Massive crowd here. Our locals, our volunteers were brilliant, but just the support in general. Had a lot of people from Bendigo. We're obviously in the Premier League in Bendigo this year, which has probably brought a lot of people to this facility, and they support us by coming to the BPL as well, which is great.
And you've had the roof here for how long now?
This will be our 4th year, I think.
4th year. And have you seen the growth? Have you seen the change it makes?
Oh, it certainly has. It's, funnily enough, it's like it obviously keeps the rain off on a day like today, but it's during summer when guys can still get out in the green and it's not baking hot 40 degrees. It does cool it down a little bit, makes it a little bit more tolerable.
There's a bit of sort of health and safety about it too, isn't there?
100%. But and we've seen especially during the tourist-centric times of year, the amount of foot traffic would come in for barefoot bowls and things like that, which is great.
So you just charge for people can come off the street?
Yep. Yeah, they can come to the street, and we've got some guys who are pretty handy bowls that'll give them a little lesson and all that as well.
Do you get any of those, you know that movie, The Colour of Money, the pool movie, where they used to come in and pretend they're not
sharks?
very good?
Yeah, we haven't. But
do you get a few of those coming off the street?
We haven't, but maybe I need to take Kev up to Sydney or something like that.
Where he's not
sort
knowing.
of out, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Kev's a pretty big boy. I reckon they might just recognise pretty quickly
they might get him.
Who he is. And you've obviously settled in here, your family and stuff like that, so that's great. And I know you guys really look after the community in that here. I mean, it's a big part of your strat plans and that, you know, to be part of the community. And you know, sometimes the elephant in the room can be the elephant in the room and take up the room. You guys don't do that.
No, and look, we take pride in the fact that I think every sporting organisation in town, regardless of the sport, will look after. We sponsor every football, netball club. We sponsor. We actually even sponsor the local golf club who are a competitor. We've sponsored the senior pro-am. Brought Peter Senior was in town. Peter Lund, all these guys. We sponsor that. We're really trying to make Echuca Moama bigger and better because that helps us in the long run, but it obviously helps the community.
Absolutely, and by the number of coffee shops in Echuca I saw this morning, business is booming. You just need the people. Yeah,
and look, it's I don't know if it's a byproduct of COVID or what, but the population seems to be swelling.
I think it's definitely.
It's a brilliant place to live, it really is. We haven't quite turned the weather on for everyone today, but usually this time of year you're looking at 22, 23 degree days, and
But you've got everything up here, schools and hospitals and all the different things, and you know, like everything's just an hour away, really.
Correct. And Melbourne, like I was in Dandenong this morning. Melbourne's an easy trip.
Absolutely, it's a very easy drive. Yep. And you're down at Dandenong watching.
Yeah, at the UBC. So
UBC, is that a competitor? Do you think it's a competitor, or is it all good for bowls?
I think it's all good for bowls. I really. Anything that's going to bring new eyes to the game, I think is good. Short format. So it's a brutal format. We finished third in our group twice, and we're banged out in
and it happens very quickly.
one bit of luck, good or bad,
Yeah.
can change the whole thing, which is good. That's the nature of the game. That's what UBC is designed around.
Yep.
But no, it was a great week in Dandenong, and
Yeah, congratulations to Mark and Casey and his team.
Yeah.
That was a great effort, and that's a private initiative that's been put together that's gained and garnered the support of the whole bowls community, including Bowls Victoria.
correct. And look, the guys at Dandenong did a ripping job as well. So
Yeah,
obviously
Robbie
Sharp, who's on our board,
Yeah.
but Rob, Charlie, all the guys
Yeah.
there, they were under the pump with staff a bit. They had the dreaded COVID
Oh,
got
right.
through a little bit, but I tell you what, they did a ripping job. So no, it was a brilliant event.
Have you been seeing a bit of good bowls happening out here? You've been wandering around the
Yeah, I've
rinks?
gone and had a look around. So I'm being a bit of a sook. I'm sticking to the undercover green, but that
It's a
was
little bit wet out there, isn't it, Lou?
very dampish. Yeah. So look, we need the rain down this way. Everyone enjoys the rain, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the guys out in the grass.
No, not at all.
Well, I was
They're
out at
going
Echuca early this morning just surveying the green because I'd never... you come to places and you just don't see anything else.
Yep.
And I thought I'll just duck across there and have a look. And they're doing a lot of earthworks over there about to do with some flooding and
Yep.
moving water. So you must get a bit of water at times.
Oh no, we do. We probably speak to the farmers over the
Yeah.
last few years. When it rains, it pours,
Yeah.
and then you have nothing for a while. But no, we certainly do get a little bit of water. But Chuka Bowls Club. It's a magic little club.
It's awesome.
I reckon. Yeah,
I've
they
got
do a good job.
They might be talking about additions to their clubhouse or something new happening
Yeah.
out there. So that's good.
We're not real happy. They beat us in midweek a couple of weeks ago. So
Wow.
it's still a little.
As I said, you've got to get
we
back
don't
to
say the name too
You've got to
loudly
give back
around
to the
here.
community, don't you, Liam?
That's right.
You can do it in many ways. Losing games might be just one of
Yeah,
them.
it's going too far, I think. Anyway, we
Huh?
better onwards and upwards.
Yeah,
next year.
no, it's good to have that in club rivalry, and Moama, the Moama side has always been a bit different to the Echuca side. What's happening over here?
At the club.
Yeah, just generally the town. Yeah,
Yeah, well, the tent. Well, we're about to open our long-awaited bridge on Sunday, the grand opening actually. So it's about 80 years coming. But so that it'll actually make the whole township flow just.
oh, that's happening
that
to
much
the northern
smoother.
end of the
Yes,
town.
yes. So from my place, will save me 15 minutes heading to Melbourne.
Because I know when I drove into town, I instead of turning right in, I went further along,
Correct.
and then did a loop
then
around.
in through the port area.
Yeah,
From Sunday onwards, you'll come in that way. You'll turn left and you'll
Okay.
go over the bridge to Moama.
Yep.
So and Moama or the Shire have big plans on doing up the township in Menina Street and things like that, which will be really, really good.
Yeah, there could be a bit. There'll be. I mean, I think it'll start to change a bit, won't it?
Moama's coming. It's about 8,000 people now, but
Right.
it's getting bigger and bigger, and the amount of housing and everything going up, it's growing very, very quickly.
Yeah. Yep. And I have seen every time I come, I've seen changes to it and that. And what about here at the club? Have you got anything on the go?
We do. We'll at some stage later this year we'll be starting. We finished the sports bar, which I know we had a look at it at BPL. We had a bit of a
Oh, we had a
look.
testing look.
we
That's
did
what
research and development.
Yeah.
I think we call it, Gus. But so we opened that just before Christmas, and that's in where our cafe was. And we're building a new cafe and outdoor dining precinct, which all things going well, we're starting in the second half of this year.
Yes, you used to have to go to the city to get things like that, but it's right here on your doorstep.
Correct, and look, it's the next step in the master plan. We've got a resort in the works, which will be a year or two after that, hopefully, and so it's never stops growing, this place.
So it won't be
Kicking
called.
goals.
It's not like rivaling Disneyland or anything. We're not going down that track. are
Well, maybe not quite Disneyland, but no, we'll make it pretty cool. But yeah, look, it's, as I said, I've been here for 17 years, and I think there's probably been one or two of those years where we haven't been doing some sort of construction.
But you've always had
of
a
some
very
kind.
strong vision, and that's important in anything you do.
Yep, correct.
Have a direction about where you want to go and try and end up in, and you've done that very well. So no, we appreciate your hospitality and having us all here and getting all these great. There's a lot of people here that wouldn't have bowled here before, I'm sure.
No, there would be, yep.
You've got grass and synthetic,
Yep.
undercover and outdoors, So if anyone's retiring, you know, move to the new subdivisions in Moama, I guess.
Come on down.
You know? Yeah. All right, mate. Well, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Gus.
It's been great. And we'll probably try and... That sports bar still needs more trialling, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a few things that we need to check out a bit later on, so we'll go and explore that a bit later.
Thanks, buddy.
Mate.
Cheers, mate. Good on you.
Thanks, Liam.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, not really. Sort of. I've actually got a dinner in Junction tonight at 7, but I'll be floating in the before then, so I'll be cheap.
A very nice fella.
Yeah, great chat there, Gus. I'll just let you go there. You were on fire.
There is a game on, though, isn't
Yeah,
there?
I know, and we need to get back to it, I think,
Yeah.
Gus. Wilma has...
She causing trouble?
Yep, definitely.
That's good. No, Moama's been a good sponsor of this town, but also Bowls Victoria, and it's very important that people hear what's going on with our major
Definitely.
joint venture partners. Kelly.
So I was able to get out to rink 9, which is not on this screen.
Yes.
And there's a 6-0 lead there for Sandbelt.
Okay.
So that's what's
what's
making the difference at
Yep.
the moment.
Yes, there's 7-shot difference. Oh, more than that.
Yeah, we're looking at 9.
Yep. You got 16-9 on the master board.
Oh, what a great bowl. I'd say there's probably some shots to Northern Gateway.
Must be on the other rank that we can't see.
Yep, correct.
It's 7-3.
Thanks, Gus.
As I lean to my right. It's never a dull day here on the in the commentary booth. Always something different to do.
People don't realise we've got to update the scoreboards here, so there was a little bit of an issue at the start, but we've got it fixed. I did get some info on our lead from Sandbelt.
As she puts
Gus.
the mat down.
Yeah, Irene Attard has made the Maltese Commonwealth Game squad.
Congratulations. How great is that? How great
So she'll be off to the Com Games.
I tried to get into that team once to get to the Commonwealth Games, and they just saw the Angus MacIsaac name and thought, I don't think you're Maltese, mate.
Good try.
And I'm not going to get in the Scottish team because they've got all those good players.
Yeah.
But that's a great feather in her cap. She's got onto this hand. She likes it.
Yeah, she's leading really well.
Yeah, she is. Just run this out. Let's see Jordan go with her.
Yeah, it's a good response.
That's a great bowl, Jordan. That's a lovely bowl. Again, viewers, watch her pre-shot routine. She stands at the back of the mat. Before she steps on the mat, she's working her line out. She steps onto the mat into her line.
Yep, she's got the shooter stance.
Yep. She's had a little bit of weight, which she should have done, and she's ended up in a good home.
Kelly's happy with it. Jordan's gone more to the traditional stance. Feet together.
Yep.
Gets the ball away really smoothly.
Just didn't quite release that one the way she wanted. Kaz steps up onto the mat. She's had a big improvement, I'd say, in the last year or two, Kaz. She had a couple of games in Premier League, I know. And it's a confidence thing too, and of course, as you start to improve, you probably go down and practice a little bit more. That makes a difference.
That's all in the practice, Gus.
Yeah.
It's the hours you put off the green.
Yeah.
Well, not off the green, but on the green.
On the green. And that's where clubs find, and you would have seen this at Hawthorn, your good players don't really ever get better. Like they're there, kind of.
Yeah.
It's your bottom 4 or 5 or 6 players in your team. You can get 10, 15 or 20%, 50% better out of them.
Yep.
That's a huge increase into a team of 16.
Definitely.
And that's where I think it's a bit of a hidden value in clubs. Look to those you can improve.
Yep.
And often they're there right in front of you.
Yeah, and it's about, having a chat to them.
Yep.
What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And putting that time in.
How you doing it?
Mm.
You know, a lot of people ask me, someone asked me the other week, what should I do? How can I improve? I said, find someone who's better than you as a training partner and who trains as hard as you do, equally, that you can call and go
feed
down
off each other.
and feed off each other.
Yep.
It makes a huge difference. I did it with Tommy Ristic for, 8 years.
The great man, Tommy.
Great man. I even changed my stance to look like his. And, it's all good learnings. He's just won the last 2 state singles titles for over 60, so he's doing something right.
Back to back.
Back to back. I don't know if that's ever been done before. Yeah. Kelly liked that. It just pushed the bowl back, the jack back onto the Northern Gateway bowl. Oh, no, it's Cass's bowl there, I think. How do you get to this? They're studying this head. This is where thirds and skips earn their weight. They have to have that good communication skills and trust. Often you'll see thirds standing up at the head these days with the skips, so they can build that. The days of the skip just standing up there and calling the shots, I think it's a team effort. She's eyeing this one off. She's looking to try and plant this ball. She's very, she clears this. No, she got caught on the rocks, as they say. Those dastardly rocks.
I've had a question on the socials, Gus, about where people can go and see the schedule for our live streaming over this weekend.
Oh, yep.
It is on our Facebook. Obviously, we're live streaming 2 games today, but 3 tomorrow, which will be great, starting with Eastern Rangers and Yarra, men. Ovens and Murray against Bendigo, women. Bendigo and Goulburn Murray, men, tomorrow.
Okay, that'll be great great viewing there. It'd be good to have a look at the Yarra boys, especially if they can string 2 together today.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're doing quite well in that second game.
Right.
Brendo's got his rink up 15-0.
Oh, so they're actually inputting scores.
No, this is all through our socials.
Okay. Thank you for that.
That's where we need to go, though, Gus, with our Bowls Link. If we can get our competitors doing scoring with their phone, we can see
on the green.
On the green, we can see what's happening every end in all of our matches.
That's like when I watched the Jetsons when I was about 5, with flying cars and stuff like that. Is it possible? A 4-minute mile?
Look, this is definitely possible. It's obviously a big change for our bowlers to be carrying their mobiles and putting scores in and losing the scorecard. But electronic scorecards are not far away.
So you won't be dropping any 8s for using your phone on the green?
No.
No, I think it's very possible. I think it's great.
Because you often get questions from people, what's the scores? Can someone send us the scores? With this technology, you just go in there and you can see exactly what's happening every end. So stay tuned, Gus, with live scoring competitors.
I always give the scorecard away to someone else because I'd have to wear glasses if I'm scoring. Maybe that's my excuse for just being stuck as a lead. And of course, you've got leads and twos there who have basically not doing a lot after they put their bowls down. They're just watching.
Yeah.
I actually did something interesting this year. I decided I wouldn't go down at the head. I stayed, after the bowls, I stayed down at the end. I handed the bowls to my skip when he come down.
Oh, okay.
And stayed there behind him. Picked up bowls from my other rinks and added value to the team that way. Then become a watcher.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not calling the head.
Well, often, the skip goes down and plays their 2 bowls on their own, so it's good support.
Yep, it is. Yeah, no. Brett Mahoney pitch, so he liked it. I actually started it because I'd be standing down at the head and Gary Ball would come down and just plunk himself in front of me. I couldn't see anything anyway, so I thought I'll just stay down the other end. Funny how you work things out, isn't it? I guess what I'm saying is that, everyone needs to add some value and extra value in some way. That makes a difference to a winning side.
I know in football we used to call them the 1%ers. So what do you do when you don't have the ball?
Yep. So what do you do when you're played your 2 bowls as a lead? Certainly you pick up your bowls for your teammates.
That's a given.
You don't give advice to the third and the skip.
That's a given.
And maybe you just pick up your bowls for your skip and give him some support.
But it's that constant, high five, getting around them, pumping their tyres up.
Yep. I can hear my skipper in the background there.
I can definitely hear
calling
over
Jaden Womble. Just drew a resting toucher. Made his way into the Metro West team this year. Got a pretty strong team. They lost a few to UBC late. But there's always a good contingent in all sections and areas of bowlers. I had the good luck to play with Safwan Said, who was a triple world champion, and he used to marvel about how deep our bowlers ran here in Australia. He said, in Malaysia, they've got a good level, they're a very great bowling nation, but he said, we just run deep here. Lots of talent.
We certainly do.
Irene's got the mat again. She might just write her name on this mat at the minute. She's
had that mat for a while, hasn't she?
Yep.
That pushes it out to a 7-4 lead now for Sandbelt.
It's
6-3 on the other one.
7-3 on our one on the other rink 9.
To Sandbelt?
Yeah. No. It's 7-3 to Northern Gateway. Does that sound right?
We'll have to check that.
I'll just go and have a look, actually. Yeah, I read things backwards. 3-7.
So 7-3 to Sandbelt?
Yeah.
Well, I think Irene probably played her loosest bowl.
Cut the head.
Yep.
She made the correction.
She certainly has.
Yeah, good home there. They'll be pleased with that. That's Jordan following her down there, and she's put a good first bowl in. Let's see if she can, what we call, double up.
I think she was
give it a friend.
To hold a little bit with her hand.
Weight's good.
Yep.
So Sandbelt's got out to a little lead there. Controlling all rinks at the minute. after end.
Great bowl there by Emily.
I can confirm it's drizzling out there.
Yeah, it is. I've been noticing the...
So those lucky enough to be under the cover, I mean, Echuca doesn't have any cover.
Oh, great bowl, Kaz.
She's bowling well, isn't she?
Northern Gateway had a great start on this end with Emily's first bowl adding to Jordan's.
Yep.
But Kaz has just shut that down.
Thanks very much.
Yep.
And now they go... Look,
yeah.
She wants to take...
Great weight.
The good thing is they've got 4 seconds now. It needs a friend. She needs to...
Very lonely there.
Wilma needs to put a friend in there. I'd like to know a bit about... If anyone out there knows a little bit about Wilma Stevenson's background, I'd love to... Because I reckon she's been bowling for a while. And she's played a... She was stiff there.
Yeah.
Cleared that bowl. She had a good bowl. Again, to be fair to the players, you know, you throw them wide, they won't come back. So you are playing a tighter line than you might think. And that one just, again, crashed on the short bowl. It wasn't far away, though. Lots of high fives across the rinks going. You've got men and ladies playing on this undercover all together. One of the great aspects about our game, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
And I think that started last year, Gus.
Yep.
The women and men's side playing together.
Yep.
Previously, they've been at different places. I think Swan Hill was one for a while.
We've got the facilities to do it. This is close.
Oh.
This is a...
She's bowling really well.
That's a ripper.
Kelly's pretty happy.
They were trying to land that bowl, and now they've got to probably get onto the kitty now. She's got a nice aperture on this one. Here it comes.
Yep,
Watch
safe.
this. Here it comes. Come on.
Oh.
Wow. What an awesome effort.
Great bowl.
She has a little smile, beautiful smile there.
I
And
don't know if it's a smile. It's more like, why didn't I get that jack?
Yeah, I know. Because she knew she was very, very close. And she gets a little nice high fives from Michaela. And they're a good team. They're standing there all together.
Yep.
And you can see that they've played a fair bit of bowls together. Yes, I used to, when I was running a club, I was trying to get the men's and ladies singles finals and even pairs if you could do it, to make it a big gala day. But of course, no, the ladies had a different way to do it and the men had a different way to do it, and I couldn't get the two to meet. But I tried. But here we are. We got them all to meet.
Yep.
This is great. As I said, it's like a carnival. Carnival of bowls.
Bit high here for Kelly.
Yeah, she won't be happy with that.
Now, Michaela's got a great opportunity if she can basically reproduce Sophie's bowl. Because you've got two of Sophie's bowls at the back there, and I would say Emily's as well.
What was Kelly trying to do there, do you think? Was she trying to maybe just get through between those bowls behind, I think?
Maybe even get onto Kaz's one?
Yeah. Now, will this turn? They're asking it to turn.
They're asking it to.
And it's just going to disappoint. Now, that's what Kelly was trying to do, I think. Was kind of get in there somewhere. Lovely line, Michaela. But it was just a bit heavy. Now, let go. Here it comes.
It's pretty close. All right, there's a guide now.
That is the guide. She just needs to come down onto Kaz's bowl and flop in, and she's very, very close. She's just got to hold. They're willing it to hold. It runs. It flops. It stops. Great effort. And there's the replay. Like, you're thinking, that was so close.
It was a great effort, but no result. Another 2 to Sandbelt.
These two teams, did you say Sandbelt won their game?
Yep.
Last game?
They did.
And
beat Metro West.
And Northern won too, didn't they?
Yes.
So this is like a 2-game swing-around game, eh?
Definitely.
Meaning, you know, like they're both even on the thing, but if one gets the advantage, that'll push them up in the standings. Always nice to sit at home tonight looking at the scoreboard, seeing that you got 2 on the board.
Definitely. You've made a good start. You got 2. Prepare for tomorrow's 3 games.
Irene, you're killing it. You're killing it. It's great bowls. My wife's at the outside the Grand Prix having a look, because she's got an oval there with about 5 helicopters sitting on it. Who needs cars?
That's not one of yours, is it?
No, no. I'd like a helicopter, but if you're not allowed to land them and you're on the top of your building, there's not much use. Cass has got off to a good start, so she's seeing it pretty big. Just got to get down here.
It's trying.
Yep. And she's someone I know has worked. I've talked about making notations of how she's going, and she's just tracking her improvement. It's not for everyone. Some people, I don't mark bowls. I don't know how you go about it. We track some things.
We do it in pennant, so our skips will mark
yes, you do.
bowls.
Yep.
So we use that as a...
the skips do that?
Yes.
Right.
So all our skips will mark their players' bowls and their own. It takes a while, a bit of practice, but you can get a gauge on how well someone's bowling.
Yep. Do you think it distracts the skips from calling heads and things like that?
Well, that was the instructions at the start, was that we're not going to do this if you feel that it is going to distract your skipping. So you need to really learn when it's your bowls come to rest, that's the time. You're not doing anything else. Mark the bowl and then you'll be ready for the next one. 2 great bowls there from Emily.
Yeah.
Some high fives from her teammates.
Almost, Irene nearly put her hand up, I think, to give her a high five, I think. It literally becomes, because they're all pretty good mates off the green, I'm sure.
Well, that's generally the sportsmanship that we see, Gus, in this sport.
Yeah. Yes, it's a self-regulated sport. You've got all these people standing side by side, and the amount of problems you have are very few. So it's a great testament to the people that play and the sport itself. What a fine effort. It's numero uno, I think. Close.
I feel like Northern Gateway are trying to get themselves back into this.
Here comes Moama. Just a good weight for it, really. If she got down to it, she would have made some inroads there. Come on, Sophie, let's see what you're going to do.
Doesn't like it.
She's looking backwards. She's... Oh, she could laugh about it. That's good. The thing is, we're all human.
Yeah,
all make
it didn't faze McCullough
No.
at all. She just gave her a high five and said,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Carry on. Yeah, if you're you must expect that you're going to put the odd bad one in, and you just move on, shake it off. Kelly on the mat. She's got some purpose about this. She just wants to get into the area and make something happen. She uses that bowl. She's got the kitty, and out it goes. Now we're going to have a little respot.
Dead end?
Nope. I think it's on the line.
Dead end?
No, I reckon it's in. No, they're saying... Soph was saying out, and that's out.
That's out.
I always forget, what's the rule with bringing the jack back?
Okay, so the rule is...
the bowl's back.
Yep. So if the skips agree to
Leave it there.
to play it down the other end where all the balls are, they can.
Right.
But if one skip says no, I would like to replay it from the same end,
Yep.
you have to go and replay it.
Yep.
So it's one of those rules where if one person disagrees, you got to go replay it
Yep.
from the end that you played it at. And some skips will do that because they feel like their bowlers were on that way and they want them to do it again.
I don't think there's really ever a game where you don't prefer one end to another. There's always one that you think we're going better at, or your players are playing better at.
I suppose it also comes down to that last head too. So if your bowlers were on,
Yep.
and you happen to have a skip,
Yep.
rip the jack out, you're like, well, let's go again.
Probably in the perfect conditions in Moama. There's no real wind to speak of today. It's probably similar.
Yep.
I was just looking across. We've got Metro West playing on the next door greens to the girls here. Pidge, Brent Mahoney's 11-5 up there. It looks against Mornington Peninsula MP. Yep. And I think
They got new shirts, I can see.
yeah, they're sort of
Don't mind
Victorian.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
They've got a big shark on the back though.
Well, you've got to put... You see, it wouldn't be bowls if you didn't put something silly on the shirt, would it?
Looks really good from the front, and then you got this big shark.
Okay, because they are very corporate from the front.
Yeah, I don't mind it. A little bit of the Freo look.
Yes, that's it. That's it. There's some clubs I could never move to because I just couldn't wear the outfit. And usually they'll say that the guy or the person that designed it has left the club.
Oh, right.
They leave.
Sure they have.
They leave the carnage behind them.
Yeah,
it
has to be a club decision, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, members usually vote on those things.
They should.
We've got a big bulldog on the back of our one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. How's this looking?
Oh, it's looking good if she can get down.
She's just going to clear that and...
It's all right. Promotes Jordans.
Yep. It makes it more the boss. So you could say this is a game of maybe experience versus youth.
Yep.
Game. It looks like the more experienced are having their own way at the minute.
Yeah, Kelly's has definitely, and Wilma have influenced this game.
Yep.
But, you know, Kaz and Irene are giving them the start.
Absolutely, they are. Kelly's imploring Wilma to play that little extra weight. She did, and again, it didn't let go. I think Michaela was letting Sophie make her own little mind up there, saying either way. She just wants to get to that back bowl. She's got a good
wants
position.
to get to Irene's back one.
Yeah.
Would be nice. She wasn't far away.
Irene's looking to get underneath that front bowl. She didn't like it, I don't think. I think she sort of hung on to that one. And again, similar to her first.
All right, Soph, let's see if you can take, a metre off here.
So, is she trying to come underneath that front bowl?
No, around.
Around it.
Just
okay.
around it.
Just around it.
It's going to be a great bowl.
I'd rather see her come forehand across onto the blue.
I tell you what, she's not far away. Oh,
And she's going to give it away.
No,
she didn't. Okay. Tough shot to play.
It was a tough, definitely.
I would have liked to the other way under that, and because it's important they got another one in there, and she sort of has, hasn't she? She's
What's Kelly going to do, Gus?
I think she is. Yeah, well, I think she's playing positive. I think she's playing that 6 foot of weight.
What, to get the shot ball out?
Yeah.
Going backhand at it.
Yeah. So she's playing what she asked Wilma to play. And yes, she's playing some searching weight.
Yeah, you've called it. Exactly. Wilma likes it.
Oh, my God. That touched, didn't it? Did it touch the bowl?
I don't know.
It looked like it got a straightener. She's... Yeah. No. No, it breathed in.
No, it didn't touch.
Nope.
No.
A touch probably would have been good.
Now, this could be your call here, Gus, that Sophie's calling Michaela on.
Yeah. I think it's...
just under Sophie's bowl.
And roll onto the pink, get a slide. You know, just make something happen there. Even if she gets in the way, would be a good result. She's wide.
Yep. But if she can get down...
it won't. We just can't get back from there.
No.
Searching again. She's played a much... will it hold? She wants to back...
Oh.
She was in the area both times. And it was a whisker on both accounts, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was the right call. Would have brought the Irene's 2 bowls in.
If you were asked to play that bowl, she has come on one side of the bowl and just missed it, and then she's made her adjustment the other side of the bowl and just missed it. Now, and by a feather, you know, or a cigarette paper in the old term. Amazing.
Is this one going to be
She's asking
tighter?
it to let go. She's asking it to let go. Again.
No. 1, I think. Oh, they may be measuring for 2 here. Maybe Emily's one. Yep, they're going to Emily's now.
Yes.
And yes, 2.
I would have thought the back... Yeah, she's looking at the back one now. I thought you got to check the back one.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yep, 2.
2. Well, that's
Northern
moving in the
Gateway.
right. Yeah, moving in the right direction. Very good. Well, I mean, they were lucky to hang on to it, really, because Kelly was on the march, wasn't she?
Yep. We've got some info on Wilma.
Thank you.
Bowls for Nari Warren.
Ah,
Champion bowler and lovely lady.
well, she's certainly a champion. She's making some influence in this game.
Well, have you been out to Nari Warren yet, Gus?
No, but they've got a new roof out there.
Yeah,
haven't
they had a launch
Yep.
not long ago. I
Yep.
couldn't make it, unfortunately. Eric is in charge down there.
Yep.
Does a great job.
they? I believe they put the same one in as Pakenham, I think. Does that?
I think so. Yep. So it's a double roof, isn't it?
Yep.
2 greens.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not sure what lighting they put in. I noticed that seems to be the difference. The Nari Warren ones had more traditional lights off the middle,
Right.
and you really needed. It was a bit of a dull day. You needed to wear a cap. It did get in your eyes. The ones here reflect up onto the roof and
Yep.
down, but it's probably not bright enough for my old eyes, really. But better than nothing. Good bowl here, Irene. I remember we didn't have lights on our green at Kew Heights, and we went down to Bunnings and picked up a few of those painters' lights.
Oh, did you?
And put them around the heads. So it's dark in the middle, but just you bowl to the arc of lights.
We would love lights at Hawthorn. It's not on our master plan at the moment, but it's somewhere down there.
Is it in the council's plan?
Well, not yet. We're really trying to get that extra green
Yeah.
on our property or our lease.
Yeah. Yeah, that would just complete the picture, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Shout out to Bundoora Council.
Yep, definitely. Big shout out to them. They do a lot of good work. Oh, Irene. Man,
She's
one
had a
on and one
great
behind.
game.
Is
She
that,
has.
that was in the John Snell Book of Bowls, one on one behind.
Wilma also won the Champ of Champs this year in Sandbelt.
I guess that's why she's here. That's a tough one to win in Sandbelt. I mean, just look at her team, here. But it's great to see a spread of players across many clubs being shared and being represented. I think that's the importance of this group sides championship.
Yep.
It should be representative of the group. And that's what they've done here. Bit stiff to roll that bowl up for shot. But it's out of the way now, isn't it? I don't think she's there with this one.
No, I don't think so. She's going to match her first one. Can you see what's happening on that other rink, Gus?
Just did a wander. 10-7 on the other green. On 9 ends.
10-7 Sandbelt's
10-7.
way.
No, Northern Gateway.
Northern Gateways. Really? 10-7 after 9, is it? Well, that puts... You sure about that, Gus? Because that puts it only 3 now.
Yeah, 10-7. Yep, I can see it. Yep.
10's on the top.
10's on the top.
All right, game on.
Yep. So we've got it at 3 shots difference, and they've got it as 5. So they've made a little bit of inroads. This is going to be a tight one.
Yep.
I can feel it now. They've settled in.
Well, it's another one on...
7-5, another one.
Another one to Northern Gateway.
Yep.
That puts it 2 now.
And they haven't added, of course, they haven't added to Michaela's rink here, have they?
And the good thing is, I think we might have the last rink to play, Gus.
Yep. Yeah, they're on
that
8.
dead end.
Yep. I think there's an end to go on that, though, isn't there?
Yeah, I've got a feeling. Yeah, definitely.
So
I think
it'll
it's
be
9.
It's 9. So they're playing their 10th, and it's 9-6.
Yep.
They're doing it now.
They're doing it now.
Just
You're on
realised.
to it, Gus. 9-6. It's all about the overall.
Now, the pink's holding here.
Yep, that is Jordan.
Yeah, Michaela's just
No.
not going to get there. Did you see that ball hold around the...
Yeah.
It did hold.
Sophie said about it needs another metre.
Yeah. Yeah, good 3 feet. I mean, she'd like to be getting to their back pink, so good 3 or 4 feet. Even if she rolled that one out and stayed there herself and flopped
So
down.
will Kelly be sitting on Jordan's bowl now?
Well, I think Kelly will come the other way and try and roll their bowl.
You reckon?
I think it's an easy shot.
Yeah, but if she gets the pink, they're holding. They're holding a handful.
She's not sure. She's standing there now. She's not even sure. But she's playing the shot I've just called.
Yeah.
She's playing the backhand. She doesn't want to get out there and have her bowl not turn when she adds. At least she can be there. She can have the weight on this hand.
Yeah.
Clear road. She's got a hold now.
Well, she's probably
close.
got Kaz, I think.
And got
the
it.
bowl.
There you go. There's a couple more things that could happen. It wasn't her. That was her third option. And she got it. But
well,
the beauty was she could play that extra weight to get there.
yeah, you
could
called
play
it. You
now,
called it.
You know,
Now, Michaela has...
Michaela's got some work to do.
No, but she nailed that line
She
on that
did.
first one.
She did.
So if she adds, as Sophie said, a metre more,
Just
she
draws,
sits, she sits on Kaz's bowl
and flops in.
and gets shot.
Yep. And I think she'll back herself to do this.
She's definitely going that way.
Yep. Good call, mate. Did that just make 1 for Kelly?
No.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
She has the extra weight. Oh,
Oh.
please turn.
Now.
Come on. That's
great
wrong.
effort.
Yeah, it is wrong. And she knows it. It didn't even fall down for her.
So what are we looking at? Is that probably 3, maybe?
1, 2, 3. Yeah. And she got a bowl left. Does she flip on that hand now?
Oh, that's what I called her on the first time.
Yeah, I think she... I mean, I don't... she's...
She's got...
She could just try and get to that back blue on the same
I don't
hand.
think she can add if she goes the same way.
No,
She
she's
has to
gonna
go...
She's sticking.
No, she's staying.
So she's just got to draw.
Yep.
Margin wide.
They do say that when you're holding.
Yep.
Wider the better.
She's trying to get to, into that back
no,
bluey.
you're right. You're right.
Here
She
it comes.
needs good weight, though.
See that
It's wobbled a bit.
wobbled around a bit? Look, it was a great effort. She wasn't far away with that at all. One out.
Sophie's not going to let her get away with a couple.
They're not talking, the two skips. They're in game face mode.
Yep.
I like to see that. And I know they're good mates off the green. 2.
Well, could have been
Worse.
definitely.
Okay. Bit of breathing space.
Yep. 12-6 after 10.
Do you like the Metro West shirts? I don't mind them.
It's not the worst shirt, Gus.
No, it's not. It's their view of the city from the west, I guess. City of Melbourne had the same thing, didn't they?
Yes, they do have a
skyline.
similar one. Yep, you're correct.
Oh, they've even got the Westgate on it, I think, too. Yeah, they have. I didn't notice that on the back. Great start here. What a start, Jordan. She's stepping up.
Yeah.
She's saying this game is not going any other way.
And we're 5 the difference.
Yep.
We can win this.
Yep. But I think Irene's going to have something to say about that.
Definitely. But probably not with this bowl.
No, she's just... You know, it is hard to maintain it over a whole game. Yeah, she's bowled very well. But Jordan's time to step up, I reckon.
Yeah. What's your theory on... Look, this rink for Northern Gateway is really young, which is fantastic.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on keeping the young girls together and not spreading that amongst all the other rinks?
I'm a believer, actually. I think that you break them up, you put them with all us fuddy-duddies, they get a bit bored playing, all the boring shots that we call, and they go and leave the game, Let them play amongst themselves, and as long as they're learning, I mean, it's not like Michaela's been playing for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, she's been in, she's probably got a good 15 years experience.
Okay.
In her. She's been, I reckon, at least 10. And she's learnt from one of the best bowlers I know. So,
look, they do feed off each other.
They do. I'd like to see, what I would like to see, and I know the girls will probably watch this back and listen to some of the comments, but I'd like to see Michaela a bit more up at the head, a bit more, maybe a bit more directive. I do notice that I'm someone who likes direction. I like to know exactly what I'm going. None of this waving hands, come here and come there. I love the use of the foot.
Yep.
This is where you need to be. I don't see a lot of that with the young, and maybe it's just a younger thing. They don't do it. But I think the more help you can give your teammates, and you're a great tactician. The more information you can give them, rather than just this waving of arm stuff, the better.
Well, I've been criticised from Jimmy on the live stream that I'm too animated and like a teacher when
you're exactly, and I've said this. You're like me. I don't want someone to tell me I'm a metre short. I like to see them use their arms and show me.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just the type of people we are. But I don't know how anyone down from the other end can tell when a bowl runs through the opposition bowl, that blue bowl behind the head, how far exactly is that behind?
Yeah.
And if you put your foot inside the black bowl there, then they go, I know where it is.
Yeah. I actually, a great tip that I got from one of our coaches at Hawthorn, and I use it a lot if I feel my bowlers have lost the line, is step a metre in front of the head and show them where their bowl needs to come through.
Yeah. Show them the
I suppose that's what you're talking about, Gus, is that little bit of extra guidance.
Well, to me, it's like having, it'd be like saying beat this bowl. You just beat the foot.
And you see bowlers put right next to the jack just to make it bigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Tommy taught me that. He said, just put your foot right next to the caddy, fatten it up for me.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing
if you're going to drive or you're going to draw.
Fattens it up.
Yep.
It makes it look like, a pineapple.
Soph needs to run here. It would be good.
But I watch it in the bowls in Queensland, and you watch the Nathan Rices and stuff like that, and they play bowls every day. I know it must. I mean, you'd come off on a Saturday exhausted, wouldn't you, as a skipper?
Yeah.
Exhausted. Now, if they did that 7 days a week, 52, they'd be in some sort of asylum, wouldn't they? So then maybe that's why they just say, just come in here, mate, and just come in here.
Yeah. But we talked about that earlier, about those 1%ers.
Very important. Yep. Kelly's wondering about this one. Will it hold or will it turn? And she got the answer that she didn't like. So if I'm skipping against Kelly now, I'm thinking she's not quite getting the ones that she was getting early. You know, maybe it's time to take a bit of a risk, just add some more shots to their head, try and claw back this difference. There are 5 shots in it. They need to get a 2 or 3 here. One's probably no good.
Yep.
Need multiples at this stage of the game. She's playing her forehand.
Trying to get to Wilma's, I think.
She's standing in. Oh, that's good bowl. That's
one down.
Yeah, I can see it now. It was a great attempt. It turned on her. I think Wayne Long's probably watching this if he's not here. He's going to probably tell me that Michaela's only, 18 and she couldn't have been playing for 10 years. And get your facts right, Gus. But I know she's been around a while, and I know her family trailed around with her and watched every bowl she put down and have put a lot of effort in. That talent just doesn't come from nowhere.
Yep.
Hard work.
She stalks every bowl, doesn't she, Kelly?
I'm learning a lot about this green because the faces of the bemusement about, and I think it's how cold it is here. It's we expected better weather, and I think it's pretty cold. And I don't think it's quite reacting the way the bowlers think it normally does.
So we're going to see a little bit of weight here. I know Sophie's made a call to Michaela, and Michaela agree with it straight away.
Well,
is it a backhand?
Irene's got one out there.
Weight?
She is. She could only be playing for. Oh, you're right. Okay, good. Yeah, forehand's no good. So what's she looking to hit?
The pink, and then onto the purple.
Oh, the kill, maybe. Ooh. They own the back.
1.
Yeah, Northern Gateway did own the back. Okay.
Last end from Kelly.
I guess it was throw it or or lose one, and she won't be happy. I don't think. I think the experience on this green has just played out. I think the front ends may have done some damage. And it's just been in bits and pieces. It's nothing. Just chipping. They've just chipped away at them, haven't they?
Well, in 12 ends, it's not a lot of ends.
No.
So I think the experience from Sandbelt played out early, and then Northern Gateway have fought back.
Because no, there's not a lot in it at the end of the day.
Well, Irene will probably watch this tonight, I'd say, and be pretty happy with her game.
Yep. I think I'll be watching the game, getting a few pointers myself about consistency.
You highlighted her pre-bowl routine, and it's pretty much the same every time.
Yep. She looks to me someone who has worked on her game very hard.
Back foot gets the line.
Yep. Point.
Shooter stance, little step.
Yep.
And stays down.
Yep. And
tuck behind would be good.
She doesn't put short bowls in. It's great. Every skipper's dream.
Well, something for new bowlers, isn't it, Gus?
Yeah.
Seriously, you cannot use a 2 metre short bowl.
Yeah. Start by reaching. Jordan's. You don't have to miss it by much under for that to happen, because they definitely turn then. Come on, Kaz. Let's see your stuff.
She's very deliberate too.
Yep. Yeah. Nice release. Just a little bit over. It's kind of you can sense the feeling the game's done, isn't it? Yeah, there's that feeling. Imagine if we did that when we're commentating. We just gave up and just said, game's over, let's just not do it anymore. No, they haven't done that. But there is a sense that the game has been won, run and won. I think it's important, even if you are behind it, to finish off. You want to come off the green tonight feeling that, we got back that 2 or 3 at the end of the game. It wasn't, a couple of things had gone right for us early.
Yep.
Could have been a different story.
And, Northern Gateway won their first one.
Yep.
Probably behind and not looking like they're going to win this one, but they've only dropped one.
Absolutely.
I wonder whether they have a team meeting after this, Gus.
I would. But you see, what you and I think is irrelevant. We would do everything we could. Or maybe just let them go and have a beer.
Maybe a rink. Just get together and go, right.
Yeah.
They didn't do too much wrong in this game.
No, they didn't. I feel it's a bit that Sandbelt's denied them of the oxygen they required to just have snuffed them out, because they've done a good job on the bowls. She's got the shot there. Done a very good job. It's almost a game you'd have to re-look at and go, well, why did they win by 6 or 7? What was the difference? Because I didn't see that in the game when I was watching it. She's just going to add another one, Sophie. Show us your talent.
I think Wilma might have come up.
Did she get the oh, she did.
Yeah.
See? I didn't even see that. She just, she went up and put it there.
Well, Wilma was never going to let the young girls...
It's nearly too much room, isn't it?
Oh, Kelly's going to draw this. She's played that side pretty well.
She was riding the ball of the next ring. Not riding it, but she was, willing it to do something. So she's aware of what's going on because it is a team game. It's a cumulative of the 3 rinks. So you've got to be aware of what's going on elsewhere. She's got a hold. She's saying, I got to get there.
Yep, and she's not.
She wasn't. She sort of got there, kind of, didn't she? She got to that purple. She's probably nearly in. I was saying to someone,
on the socials they're saying, I think Michaela started at an age of 11. 11.
And rude to ask a girl how old she is now, but she'd have to at least have 10 years. She's more than, I know she's 20. I saw a photo for her 21st a couple of years ago. So she's 10 plus years then. And she would have been exposed to bowls before that. I was saying to someone that this tournament it's like a going to a tournament down at Ocean Grove or somewhere. You've got 12 end games. You've got to get off to good starts in games. You can't lose a 4 and a 3 and then try and claw your way back. It's too late. And if you lose a game, you just got to pull up your bootstraps and get on and win the next 6.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you give up the ghost in thinking, someone's going to win 7, they don't. Someone falls over, We had it down at Ocean Grove. 2 teams fell over in the last game. So, it can happen. Great bowl.
Oh, she's drawn it.
Yeah, great bowl. She's sort of warm to this green, I think. She's sort of got it now.
Yep. Sophie likes this.
She's saying, get down, get down.
Close.
Get down.
Got it.
Oh, that's gone back to Kaz.
Yeah. And Wilma.
Yes. Did Wilma just go and put that one down there
Yeah,
too?
she dropped it there.
She just placed it there. They're shaking hands.
So that's another 2. Makes it 15-6. And that score does not reflect the game.
Not
Gus.
not at all. Not at all. Have you ever played a game you thought you've won every position, you thought you should have won it?
Oh, there's been a couple in pennant, yeah, I think.
Where you think we
really didn't deserve to lose that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had those. And I think that's how you break a game down too, is if you're playing a fours game and you've got to win in 2 positions at least, but then you play a Dylan Fisher, who we're winning in all positions, and he's driving and getting 6s off us when we're holding 5s, you know. It's amazing to watch. You just got to look at it and go, wow, how do you do that? You know, you can't beat class. Happens. Lots of high fives and smiles.
Yeah, I think they're all finished now, Gus.
So I would say that that's going to be the end of the penny section for this. That's all rings finished, isn't it?
It is.
So we're had a pretty good day. It's been a shortened day for us today. I'd like to thank Brad for all his
great work, Brad.
behind the scenes keeping this. We had to keep fixing those lacquer bands, Brad, but we got them fixed, and hopefully everyone enjoyed the streaming. We'll be starting again tomorrow morning.
What time are we starting again tomorrow, Gus?
It should be something respectable, like 9:30 or something.
Give me a moment.
We'll just have a look, and we've got 3 games on tomorrow.
Yep, 3 tomorrow.
2 men's and 1 ladies, and we'll know a little bit more about the standings probably halfway through tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, so 9:30 tomorrow.
9:30.
We've
So
got Eastern Rangers, who won the men's last year, against Yarra.
well, and Yarra's got a very strong team. I think that's going to be one of the games
be a
of the
cracker.
tournament. Yeah, so tune in for that one, guys. Settle down and you know, have the Grand Prix on the background, maybe, or the racing or whatever you.
Well, the Pies are playing tomorrow, Gus.
Yeah, all right. We'll call it a day. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.